Hey guys, so today I want us to do another little video, and this one's gonna go for all the freshmen out there. As I mentioned, I'm a junior in college right now, and these are basically just little tips that I think would help the freshmen out there, in terms of like how to adjust to college and things like that. Now, keep in mind, I personally live in a dorm on campus away from home. But I realized that other students commute and other students are near home, different situations for different schools and different students. So I'm just going to talk about my own perspective and my experience being away from home. Okay, so first tip. As a freshman, you get to a new campus and it can be frightening. It may be the case that you don't know anyone, which was my case. I didn't know anyone on my campus. But one thing to consider is that there are a ton of freshmen in your exact position. Like many freshmen are being put in this new situation where they don't know anyone either. So during your first couple weeks during customs week or during frosh rush, whatever events, definitely put yourself out there and don't be afraid to just go up to someone and be like, hey, what's up, my name is such and such and I'm from wherever, because that's honestly the simplest way that you can be making friends. Everyone's in the same boat as you, so that is not something you should be afraid of, to just approach people and say hello. It happens. Another thing, don't stretch yourself out too thinly. And what I mean by that, my freshman year, I joined a million clubs, I tried to do a million things, and it definitely overwhelmed me. I was like, oh God, how am I even gonna I wasn't getting any sleep, and my work wasn't as good as it could have been, and it's just, don't put yourself in that situation. You're in college for 4 years. Don't be afraid to first settle into a schedule for yourself and then branch out to other activities. Your GPA freshman year is very important. You think, oh, well, it's just freshman year. Well, if you mess up your GPA freshman year, the rest of your college career will be you working back to bring that GPA back up. And so definitely, keep your GPA in mind. Another thing, you're now living a couple doors down, a couple blocks down from all of your friends. That can be very distracting. But keep in mind, you have shit to get done, like your academics and whatnot. My freshman year, it was really hard for me to find a sleeping pattern. I was going to bed always at 2, 3 in the morning, and barely staying awake in my first class. And so don't it's hard, having your friends down a couple doorways. It's hard to concentrate or focus and things like that. But keep in mind that you have class the next day. Or keep in mind, if you have a big paper due, maybe it's better to work on your own or work in the library. Things like that, opposed to working with your friends in an open space, in a common room, things like that. Yeah, sleep is important. I learned this my second year in college. Sleep is very important, and it changes everything. Being able to get a set amount of hours and regulating your body that way is wonderful. Because your body tends to fall into this routine and just becomes easier and easier for you. So sleep is very important. I would definitely recommend going on a sleeping pattern,